Anyway, a proposal went out, and it sort of came out after the fact.
So, just when things were looking up, it all went sideways. The WNBA Players Association basically just shut down the new salary offer from the league. You know, that big $1.1 million Supermax deal they were talking about for players like Caitlin Clark. Turns out it's not what it looks like. The union said no, so fast it's thrown the whole thing into chaos. This isn't just a simple negotiation anymore. It's a major standoff. They made it clear the deal on the table isn't even close to what they want. And now, the future of star salaries, and maybe the league itself, is totally up in the air. But here's the thing about that massive $1.1 million number they were throwing around. It's not the real story. It turns out that wasn't a guaranteed base salary at all. The actual offer was for a base pay somewhere between $800 to get the rest a player would have to hit a whole bunch of complicated bonuses and contract goals. That one little detail changes everything. What sounded like a huge step forward is actually a tricky path that most players would probably never fully cash in on. It really feels like a classic bait and switch, and the players' union saw right through. They didn't just disagree. They basically laughed the whole proposal out of the room. Their message couldn't have been clearer. This whole system of bonuses and maybe you'll get it money is a non-starter. They aren't interested in jumping through a bunch of hoops. They want a big guaranteed base salary that shows what they're actually worth, especially with how popular the sport is getting. This quick, strong rejection just shows how much frustration there is right now, and it's setting a really tense tone for the talks ahead. Look, at the heart of all this is a really simple demand from the players. They want a salary system that actually grows as the league grows. They believe the owner's proposal doesn't do that. There's nothing in it that lets the salary cap or individual player pay really scale up as the WNBA makes more money and gets more fans, with stars like Caitlin Clark bringing in so many new eyes. This isn't just about getting a raise now. It's about building a fair system for the future, one where their pay is tied directly to how well the league is doing, just like in other big pro sports. And this isn't some new idea they just came up with. This has been their main goal since they decided to opt out of the current deal way. Back in October 2024, the old agreement with its set 3% salary cap increase every year is just ancient history. At this point, it holds everyone back. A $1.5 million cap for 2025 might sound like a lot, but it's nothing compared to the money the league's big stars are bringing in. The union is saying any fixed system, no matter how much it goes up, is always going to be behind what the league is actually worth. Now, what makes all these talks even tougher is who actually owns the teams. Most WNBA teams are owned by the same people who own NBA teams. There are only a couple of